Namaste, Jai Shri Krishna. Hope you all are safe and healthy. Today we are having our astrological weekly predictions, solutions, remedy, and your weekly forecast. Let us try to understand on screen. If you see that screen, there is a method how to reach your number. So when I speak about the number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, so what is your number? So that is the example on the screen. Okay, if your birth date is 26th January 1987, then how you should count? Okay, 2 plus 6, whatever it is, and then 2-digit number will come. So 3 plus 4 is equal to 7. So 1 digit is your number. There are in a different ways the numerology work. There is a number which called fortune number, health number, this number, that number. But when I do numerologically, so I put 3 methods together: Vedic astrology, scientific astrology, and basically our old scriptures astrology. So let's try to understand is planets are 9. So it has to be a 1-digit number, because each number have a planet. In the same time, let us try to understand in a way is how this old ancient astrology work. 9 planet, 12 rasi, 5 element, and 7 chakra. That all combinations is called the astrology. Actually, the astrology word in a Sanskrit, it called the Jyotish Shastra. Jyotish means ke jyot means ke light. Another way is the jyot means ke eyes. Ish means ke Ishwar. Ishwar means ke Paramatma, Bhagwan. Whatever Bhagwan, Ishwar, Paramatma has shown us a path through this creation, through this entire process of this galaxy, and which gave us eyes to see and then lighten up ourselves through the remedy and through the vision. Likewise, everybody study them field. If you ask engineer, they know how to fix. Like civil engineer will do the nice house. If you ask electrician, they will know how to fix up the gadgets and everything. So everybody study for it, and they call them the vision, how to invent, how to innovate. Scientists will innovate, everybody invention, innovations. So on in this religious field, Jyotish is the field which is you enter, you learn, you study, and then you can see, you can read the planet, you can understand the planet, you can actually predict the short term, long term, upcoming challenges, happiness, and joy. I will not use the word it called the future, because let me tell you, future is depend on your karma. Astrology is a guide. Whatever is going to be happen in your karma is definitely is going to be happen the karma. That is no contradictory about it. But what the astrology can do is, astrologer can do it as soon as we come to know, okay, wait, this is your planet, like say Jupiter and Shani, they're playing this role in your life in the house number 7th. So now that is where we said, okay, do these are the certain remedies which will be gives you a lesser impact, emotional, physical, mental impact in your life, where when you go through the phase of these difficulties, you don't feel it, you just pass it. So that's where the astrology is very, very important and crucial for us to understand. And that is why I'm saying astrology is a science, is not a miracle. And time and again, I have predicted, and then many times, one thing I believe, do not do the too much show off, but create a awareness. So many times in the past, when I predicted certain things, and time and again it has been proven, okay, bhai, at certain time frame, this is happens, that is going to be happen, that is going to be happen, and that happens. It's not like I'm doing miracle. I'm just working on based on this Vedic scriptures based astrological predictions. So now coming to the point where we thinking about it, okay, what will happen in upcoming time? What are we looking here? How this planets works? Venus is changing its position. Venus entering into the Karka. Karka means Cancer. Karka Rasi is a moon Rasi. So Venus and moon, these two combinations, they coming together means not moon but entering into the moon Rasi. So what you can expect? There is a few things, very good things happen. The areas like hotel industries, hospitality industries, luxury industries, music industries, fashion industries, in fact, industries related the computer industries, IT, those kind of the field which will receive a very good benefit in next 45 days. They will try to uplift themselves. Whatever the damage it has happened in past a few 18 months or 15 months time, they will manage to recover slowly from those damages. That is where those industries will do very, very good in upcoming time. We might think maybe we are in a right in the pandemic of the wave 3 and everything. Yes, that is one part. But we cannot be a too negative. We cannot be a too uh, negative thinker about it. Ke only one part, because life has to move on. Let me tell you, life has to move on. Things are moving on. But if we keep our focus on one areas, then we're not going to be managed to come out from that fear, which we, yes, the number is increasing. What only one thing we need to do? Focus on that guideline which has been shown us. Number one. Number two, let's try to understand is, those are the industries have really suffered. So now they need a boost. Now planets are trying to give them a extra boost through this moving of through the galaxy's power. So next 45 days, these industries will do very, very good in when I say 45 days, it can be a 10, 15 days, 1 or 2 weeks plus and minus. The reason why is, remember the degree, as how much powerful degree it when everything is work with the peak. So when the Venus enter in its own peak, because it's just enter, so you can't expect next day is going to start. When is Venus going to enter in its peak high degree, then it will give a result. So 1 or 2 weeks plus and minus can happen, but it now for them is good news are coming. Same time, people will be a more uh, realistic. Human brain will be a more realistic, practical. So it will be help them to take the decisions as well. These combinations. And remember last week I spoke about Jupiter and Saturn. Try to not to, because this Venus will encourage you to do the wrong things, will encourage you to do the stealing, will encourage you to do the another way to earn money. Have a faith in a Bhagwan. Have a faith in yourself. Have a faith on your skill and talent. You will get at right time, at right things in your life. And we understand, you know, many, most of time we just get desperate. Desperate create a panic in our life. Many people don't even know, basically. Let us try to understand. Likewise, all industries like hospitality industries, hotel industries, and many other industries are suffering. If we look at that, our industries also is suffering one or another way. There is no human interactions. There is no one-on-one talk. We don't get to, we don't get hardly get call is a normal house prayers. Only emergency prayers. Now in emergency prayers have a different ways to handle it. Emotional based prayers, those kind of things. No more normal prayers happening. What I'm trying to say is there is everybody is suffering, but how you react in that situations, that makes life for you to come out from this panic and situations. But if you become a desperate, you will encourage yourself to do the wrong things, and those wrong things will lead you towards to the wrong result in your karma, in your life. Therefore, uh, be aware about it. Okay, what Venus can do. Venus will give you one very good Lakshmi in your life, but in the same time, that Lakshmi should come with proper ways and with good intention. So this next 2-3 weeks are looking good. So I will not say too much bad about it. Yes, third wave is increasing, but it will go its own peak and then it will come down. So it's one of the things we have to accept it, and one of the things we have to live with it for the upcoming future. We cannot be continue talk about this virus because that makes a little bit depressed. So we will touch upon it, but there is another areas need to be focused on it. So this combination Venus and entering in a Kirk will create a good business opportunity for the business people, will create a good opening of the path of the new ventures, those who are trying to do it. And they are the still people are opening the new branches, and they are the people is doing the things happening. If we don't want to see it, we're not going to see it, but things happening in the world, and it will happen. So let us be a practical and realistic. Now, not to take too much time, I know what you're looking for it. So now it's time for you to understand what is your weekly prediction. Number one, people, remove your stubbornness. The problem is this week you're going to become a very difficult personality, stubborn personality. You're going to become a very personality which you not going to listen anybody. You just want to behave the way you want to. And just try to not to do those kind of things. Otherwise, you will be into the situation where you will lose the opportunity. So be a realistic and be a practical person this week. Money is coming from, you will receive the money from nowhere, but the money is coming in your way. Health is improving. Health is giving a good result. In the same time, there are the long distance relationship are building up. So you may not see a short term benefit, but you will see a long term benefit the way this long term relationship is building up. Number two, people, try to focus on one thing. Do not divert and dilute. In the same time, divide your mind into the different things. I'm reminding you again and again, because the number two, people, you are quick to influence by anybody else. So therefore, focus on one thing, do one thing at a time. If you're drinking the tea, please drink the tea. Don't try to drink the coffee while you're drinking the tea, because then it will be not a good taste. You're not going to enjoy the coffee or tea as well. So do one thing, particularly this week. And in the same time, in your life, very good news is coming. Which way? I can't tell you. Why? If you are a businessman, you looking good news means I must get a good business. If you are a single person, you looking good news means you get life partner. So everybody have a different ways to understand the good news. But there are the good news is coming in your life. So be ready. Surprise good news for you as a number two people. Yes, health need to be alert, but concerns. So focus on your diet. Seasonal health uh, issues will be emerge. So be focus on diet, and then as well as always says everybody must do the exercise as well. Number three, people, be humble, be kind, and this week is a victorious week. So you will receive the victory. Don't misinterpret me. When I says victory means okay, now I'm going to defeat my enemies. No, 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 no. Please do not believe in that. There's no enemy in this world. Victory means that you will win your own weaknesses. You will win your own laziness. You will win your own things which brings you back. That is your victorious week is coming. Joy is coming. Financial improvement is coming in the same time. Spend a time with your husband, with your wife, with your children, with your friends, with your parents. Spend the time. You will see the difference in your life. Number four, people, happy moments is coming. Happy moments means that you might try, you might go for the short trip somewhere. The short trip is in planning. Health wise, looking good. In the same time, financially good news is coming as well. You might receive some good news. You thinking everybody's financially good news. You telling everybody a financially good news. But remember, is a 9 number. Only I'm in the fourth number. Galaxies keep changing, so don't worry about it. So this week, the financially good news is coming. In the same time, the areas which you need to focus is where extreme emotional stress, not good. There's a different level of the stress. So emotional stress, like for example, like say if you are a ladies, a female person, number four, female person, and you're not working, but you don't want to work, you are actually, what I'm saying is you are a housewife. Now emotional stress means in the morning you said I want to cook, I want to clean, I want to do that, I want to do that, I want to do. Those are the emotional stress impacting in your life. So be a relaxed mood, accept the relaxation mood, and as soon as you're going to adopt the relaxation mood policy, you will see the things will happen automatically. Number five, people, dispute, family dispute, business dispute. Try to not to get involved in those kind of disputes. Do not argue with the stupid. Try to understand that I'm saying. So I'm not saying your family members are stupid, but do not become yourself a stupid as well by arguing for nothing. So in a way, if I explain to you, please be a calm and cool. Don't involve in an argument for nothing. Otherwise, those disputes will lead towards the different directions. And that will lead to your health concerns, and that will lead to your business downfall. So all in one channel, number five, people, this week, one or another way is looking good, but need to be focused in all areas and focus one way how to talk and how to react with the people. If you learn this skill, how to talk to the people, this week will be joyful week. And if you don't learn how to speak to the people, this will be a terrible week for you to pass. Number six, people, in a working environment, you will receive the good news. Might receive a little bit improvement, might receive a little bit increase, and all those things is happening. In the same time, you will receive the good news from the life partner. So when I say life partner, good news means life partner will give you happy news. So as I said, every stage have a different expectation. So I will not go in depth. So if you are newly married, definitely your wife will give you good news. You're going to become a father. But you can't expect 70-year-old will give you good news. Good news means that person will give you good news. Look, our policy is now maturing, let's start to thinking about the improving, investing, and then so everybody will have a different ways to accept the good news. So that is where, please, when I say something, then try to read according to your life. Don't generalize the things. In the same time, your health need to be led, but focus. Otherwise, you will be uh, involved into the health complications. So for number 6 people, number 7 people is your enemy. Once again, is your anger. Your enemy is once again is your short temper, and in the same time, you need to be try to cool down. You need to be try to more realistic. In the same time, I will say, do not spend too much money on luxurious things. If you don't need the things, please don't buy. Do not run. Do not just drag yourself. No, I want. Because money, particularly for number 7 people, don't stay in your hand. And so that is why you always short of the money, because as soon as the 100 rand comes in your hand, you want to buy the 150 rand item. So always you're going to look for the 50 rand. So what I'm trying to say is, do not dilute your attentions from the real need from the luxury need. Anger is biggest enemy, so do not get angry to anybody just like that. Otherwise, you will receive the very difficult time this week. Number 8 people, looking as far as looking good, you might enter in a little bit financial short term losses, but that is a short term losses, so we accept that one and move on. Control your stress, control your depression, and control your mood, because this week it will be the mood swinging week. Morning you good, afternoon you angry, and evening you depressed. So that will impact in your health, that will impact in your decision making, because this week you might have to make a very important decision of your life: selling the house, buying the car, investing into the property, investing into the good investment. Money is there. The subject is you need to have a very good and focused mood how to take the decisions. So that's where your personal ability will come. If you need any kind of the solutions, contact me. After that, I will give you a remedies for number 8 people particularly. Number 9 people, very good mood, very good looking, um, spiritual person. Spirituality is increasing in your life. Divinity is increasing in your life. Actually, divine power is good. Somewhere on the corner, somewhere on the area, you are receiving very spiritual and divine power in your life. So you somewhere you just feel this calm, you're connecting yourself to divine. That is one thing, is Jupiter is helping you in a way. In the same time, he is helping you to distress you as well. He's helping you to take the financial decisions as well in the same time. Once again, I will advise is, connect yourself with your family. Do not disconnect yourself with the family, otherwise you might feel loneliness, and that loneliness will kill your inner peace. External you may show happiness, but inner peace going to get killed. So connect yourself with the family. So this was your prediction, a weekly prediction for all the numbers from number 1 to 9. Now I'm going to be focused onto the our solutions. Okay. Now the solutions which is I'm talking here is, we are in a pandemic situations. Last 18 months, life has changed. Things has changed. Uh, our lifestyle has been changed, and that lifestyle has created difficult environment in a house. Issues with the uh, husband and wife is increasing. Um, and that's why I have decided to touch this topic today. Dispute between husband and wife are increasing. Expectations versus reality cases are increasing. And those kind of the things leading towards the division in a family. Mm, Division means that they reach the stage where they go to divorce stage, they separate themselves, children suffer, rest of family members are suffer, physical things also, they reach that stage ke bhai they hit each other physically, many things happening at the moment, unexpected things happening. And then what is the solution for those things? How to create a calmness into the family, how to create um, good relationship in the family, how to create uh, maturity in a family, and how to sustain the family life for the future. I will not touch upon that other issues which is very personal and private issues which is I will not go, but generalizes and general issues which is I'm going to touch upon it. Family disputes are increasing. What are the reason is? So I will go to the reality. I will explain to the realistic way, and then I will explain to the solution way as well. When we talk the realistic way, and then I always give example. I don't, let's take it little but lighter mood as well. But I always give example. Two type of the people. One type of the people like us, who stays in our, who working from the home since we started our field. So for us, working from home and staying with the wife 24/7 is nothing new. Why? Because we stay and we work together. Sometimes she help us, we help us. So no expectation. We're sitting in nicely in a house, and she comes, okay, wash the dishes. I don't feel shy to wash. We wash the dishes because I'm okay. I have a 10 minutes time. We're working from home, and then this lifestyle has been developed. Okay, now there is a certain time we talk, certain time we don't talk. Don't talk does not mean I'm doing my job. She's doing her job. She's cooking. I'm doing so. In the despite the staying in the house, we don't talk 24/7. But there is a but for some people is a new working from home is. Now the complaints start. My husband or my wife used to talk to me 3 hours a day. Now he or she is only talking half an hour a day. And then what to do? What? And now our relations is not like before it was. But it was before the same story. Remember, two of you used to stay 8 hours, 9 hours outside your comfort zone, outside your togetherness. So that was the, now you staying 24/7. How much? So now you're staying 24/7, so you can talk, and then but still your talking hours are the same. But because you are staying 24 hours together, you think is now is no more relationship. And that misunderstanding and misconceptions leads towards the very difficult issues. And I always ask people, please, before you divorce, before you think about the divorce, think about the children which you have. What is what is the fault of that 5-year child, 6-year-old child, 8-year-old child, 9-year-old child? He or she have a no fault because two of you having a misunderstanding, and there is nobody there where you go to talk. That's why I always says, come to us as a spiritual leader, spiritual people. We are independent and impartial. Where we going to give you a right advice. Even though if you don't have a children and you do not think about the divorce, it's a short-term misunderstanding is not a solution with the divorce. But anyway, so let's try to come into the area where you religiously and spiritually, in fact astrologically, how it can help you to keep this relationship together without having a too much misunderstand. So 3 remedies I will give you, which you both of you can do it, husband and wife. No. So one thing we must understand, what we do when we do the marriage, the first focus our one is haldi, pithi. In Gujarati it says pithi. Hindi says haldi. Haldi ceremony and pithi ceremony. What we use is that turmeric. The turmeric is the one is the one thing is attract the positive energy in the house. Keep your mind positive. Keep you afresh. And that is where the turmeric water play a big role. Haldi water play a big role when it's come to the relationship between husband and wife. What need to do? In a one small pot, copper, brass, steel, clay, anything, take it. Put the water. If it is a Gangajar, is the best. Or any water you can put it. Try to get the water from the floating river. That will be the best one as well. And then you put the 3 teaspoon turmeric powder, haldi, into that water. The pot which you have used it, and cover that pot with the red material. Cover with that and tie with the red string. And then leave that pot in your bedroom. Any corner is not a problem. Every third day, you must change that water till the, say I will say you can do it maybe 4, 5, 6 months until you feel comfortable. And then you can do once a month too. That's not a problem. So this is the one remedy will keep a good environment in the house. Second remedy, Lakshmi Narayana. We all of us know Radha Krishna, Shiva Parvati, Lakshmi Narayana. Those are the Bhagwan. So in the house, what you need to do is, in your lamp place, at your lamp place, Divo, where you light the Divo, you have to have one picture which Lakshmi and Narayan Bhagwan together in a standing positions. And then you make a chandan, a dot to the Vishnu Bhagwan, and kumkum dot to the Lakshmi Mata on the forehead, on the feet. And that has to be done by the husband and wife together every day in the evening. No lighting the lamp, nothing. Simple. Chandan powder means sandalwood powder dot, kumkum powder dot. Sandalwood powder dot to the Bhagwan Sri Vishnu and kumkum powder dot to the Lakshmi Mata. Second remedy. And third remedy. Very easy remedy, honestly. You're going to smile it, you're going to laugh it, but that's a remedy. Help us. And it has worked for somebody, many people as well. Honey. You know, we take the things as granted. The honey in our house is good for the relationship as well. And that's why in English it says honey. You know, what is this? Honey. ઘણા ઘરોમાં હાચું કહો. In some houses when I go, honey, હાચું પહેલા મને ખબર નહોતી, બરાબર છે. First things first, I didn't even knew, honestly. હવે બનાવ્યો બન્યો કે હું ગયો કોઈક જગ્યાએ બેઠેલો અને I was sitting nicely, and then I was preparing for the prayers, and then I asked for the flowers. So some in the house, I said, honey, please come. વિચાર કરું I said, oh, honey, mud. How is going to come its own? I was thinking and thinking and thinking. Then finally, I couldn't control myself, and then I asked, what type of the house is you? This is very good house. I said, first time I have heard, okay, you're going to call like honey like that and honey will come. He said, yeah, honey will come. But I said, I don't need honey because it's already in a Panchamrit. He says, nah, I'm not talking about that honey, I'm talking about my wife. Arey yaar, then since then I understand now. I have to be very careful about when I speak about honey. Another side is hubby. अब विचार करो पड़ा. Honey, but anyway, this was lighter mood. So that honey which we use into the kitchen, in the house, is very, very effective when it's come to the husband and wife relationship. What needs to do? In a small container, a steel container, you put the honey in, little bit honey in, and leave that honey front of Bhagwan Shiv, Parvati or Vishnu, Lakshmi, Narayana or Radha Krishna, front of that Bhagwan overnight. And next morning, before you start your work or before you leave the house, take that honey and eat yourself, both husband and wife. If you have a sugar problem, then take it little bit, at least even one drop, put it there. And that's where you're going to create a good relationship between husband and wife. And then it will be a long-term benefit and relationship will be improved. Relationship will be a more mature and relationship will be with the more happiness. So these are the 3 remedies I gave it to you for how to maintain the relationship in this pandemic astrologically. And I always says, be a practical and be a realistic and try to help each other. Tomorrow evening, till that, tomorrow evening we are having our Hanuman Chalisa part, which is help us to become a stronger and powerful personality. We'll start live on 6 o'clock in the evening on YouTube and YouTube as well, only on YouTube. Till that, stay safe and stay healthy. O ઈશ્વર ભજીએ તને મોટું છે તુજ નામ ગુણ તારા નિત્ય ગાઈએ થાય અમારા કામ હે તલાવી હસાવતું સદા રાખ દિલ સાફ ભૂલ કદી કરીએ અમે તો પ્રભુ કરજો માફ ओम देव शांतिरंतरिक्षगं शांति पृथ्वी शांतिरापः शांतिरोषधयः शांति वनस्पतयः शांतिर्विश्वे देवा शांति ब्रह्म शांति सर्वगं शांति शांतिरेव शांति श्यामा शांतिरेधि ओम शांति 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 शांतिर्भवतु.